Hello, hello, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 and the second part of our Kuttenberg murder mystery. Catherine, the friend who helped us escape torture at the hands of Lord von Virgo, is working in Kuttenberg trying to rustle up information that can help the cause of King Wenceslas. In the process, she discovered that one of the girls that she got some information from ended up murdered and dismembered, and she thinks it might be her fault that it happened. So she's asked Henry if he wouldn't mind helping out. Well, Henry has discovered that this murder is not a single one-off thing, but rather a whole chain, so there's a serial murderer out there somewhere. We've talked to an innkeeper, we've talked to a bard, we've talked to all kinds of different people, and we found out that there might be one girl who was a witness to what happened in one of these murders and might be able to give us a first-hand account. We don't know where she is, we're not even sure if she's alive, but apparently she has a boyfriend who is a charcoal burner outside the city of Kuttenberg. So we're on our horse, riding out to where the charcoal burners are to see if we can't find this guy, I think his name is Burton, and he can give us some information on where this girl could be and could point us in the right direction to gain even more clues to solve the murders in Kuttenberg. So hang tight, follow along, and if you have any ideas who the murderer is, if you get it figured out before I do, put it in a comment down below, but let's see what we can learn. Alright, so here we are, where the charcoal burners are, and I'm supposed to be looking for a guy by the name of Barton. So let's see what we can do.
Your service, sir.
Hey, here's Barton. That was fast. Hey, buddy, we need to talk.
I'm looking for someone named Stanya.
You're in a charcoal camp, fella. What would a woman be doing here?
But you know Stanya, don't you?
Aye. You could say that. Why?
I'm looking for the killer of a girl in town. And I heard that someone also tried to kill this Stanya.
That's true. She told me something like that. But that was a long time ago.
So you don't know what became of her?
I really don't know, mate. But even if I did know, how can I be sure you aren't that killer?
You can't know, but again, we're gonna go with nobility.
Lumir himself, the Kuttenberg bailiff's former scribe, gave me the task. He was looking into her disappearance, and he sent me to find her.
Well, I don't know. I remember Lumir. He was alright. That's all true, but...
But what? What are you still brooding over?
You seem like the right man for a job like that.
Oh yes, you are a great judge of character, buddy.
After all that happened to Stanya, I like to be careful.
Yeah,
So
very
Stanya
careful.
is here.
Aye. She's hiding with us. Since that thing happened, she's afraid to even go outside. I don't know what to do with her anymore.
Can I speak to her?
If it'll help you. She's hiding in that cottage. But
Wow,
be nice to her.
really well hidden.
She's in a bad way. She used to be such a gutsy girl. See you later.
That's it? She's just hiding, and then you're just gonna walk off. Okay. With friends like you, who needs enemies, bub? Alright. This place must just smell awful.
At your service, sir.
Charcoal burners. Camp discovered. And she's supposed to be in here somewhere. Yoo-hoo! I want to talk to you. There you are. Hi.
Who are you?
You look like you got
How did you find me?
crap beat out
If
of
you
you.
came here to finish what you started,
I hope that's charcoal.
I'm not afraid of you. I'll claw your eyes out.
Don't be afraid. Barton told me where to find you.
Barton sent you to me. What do you want from me?
Lumir thought you were dead. I was supposed to find out what happened to you.
Lumir? From the rat house. He sent you.
Yes,
Exactly.
he did.
Someone killed a girl in Kuttenberg. Lumir thought it might be connected with you, so maybe you could help us find out who did it.
How can I help you when I haven't been in Kuttenberg since... I don't even know when.
All right. So, tell me what
You
happened.
disappeared from the hole in the wall without saying goodbye. Without a word. What happened?
Someone attacked me when I was coming home from the baths one night. I managed to get away, but I was so afraid, I decided to run away from Kuttenberg.
Did you see who it was?
Not at all. I didn't see anything until he jumped out of the shadows and grabbed me around the neck.
Around the
He was
neck sounds
terribly
familiar.
strong. I nearly blacked out right away.
And how did you manage to break free?
I had an empty pitcher in my hand, and I hit him with it. He howled and let me go, and I ran away.
Here?
He might have an
To
injury.
the charcoal burners?
No, first to my room in the hole. I was so scared there. I took what I could and ran. Here, to Barton.
And your lover? What did he say?
At first he was horrified, because I had cut myself on a shard from the pitcher and was all bloody. He's been hiding me here since then.
Huh. I mean,
What was it like working in the hole?
Well, I earned a few groschen, that I did, but I often had to grit my teeth.
How so?
Every single day I had to put up with their lewd remarks. Rich or poor, everyone wants to grope a girl. People, well, us girls have to watch out. We can't just put up with it, and sometimes we have to be tough, especially in a place like the hole. But
I
you
believe
can't
that.
overdo it either. That's no good.
How so?
Because if you smile at them nicely, then sometimes they leave a groschen, or even two. You have to keep a balance. To look friendly, but unavailable.
you just described my entire dating career before I got married. Fortunately, I found someone with very low standards. All right, who bothered you at the hole?
You said that rich or poor, they all like to grope girls. Like who?
Truth be told, the hole isn't exactly a good place for a rich man, but young von Groll used to go there for a while.
Oh,
Is that so?
Von Groll comes up again.
Did he talk to you?
He smiled at me a lot, so I smiled back, but beyond a few groschen, there was nothing more to it. Then this thieving wench started hanging around him and... oh, it doesn't matter. But that servant of his didn't like it, tried to drive her away, and so the young lord stopped bringing him with him.
Von Grolla had a servant with him.
Aye, a pudgy fella, well-dressed, but had a mean face. He never said a word or smiled, or even said thank you.
Huh. The plot
You
thickens.
walked home from the baths at night.
What's so odd about that?
Well, at night, the baths are...
Ah, right. I went there after closing. I always brought the girls a pitcher of wine or ale and took a bath while they drank it.
Aha. So that's why you had the empty pitcher you hit him with?
Right. I went there regularly. Every week.
The same way every time?
Aye, always the same way. The shortest one. I didn't want to stay out too long at night.
And who knew that you went by yourself to the baths?
Well, everyone from the tavern, I reckon. I didn't hide it.
All right, so I'm getting a location of the assault.
Why didn't you go back to the hole?
Just to get murdered there? Are you mad? I'm never going back there. Not until they catch him.
I aim to do just that.
How are you now?
I'm still awful scared. I can't fall asleep knowing that, and I can't even really leave the house.
Do you remember anything important about the attacker? What he looked like? What he was wearing?
I don't know anything. It was at night. He grabbed me from behind, and then I ran and never turned back.
And what about when you hit him? What did he do?
He let me go and cursed.
Aha. And what did he say?
He said Scheisse in German.
All right. So, somebody German. I heard William liked pretending to be a spy. Wasn't it Father Proga? All right, keep trying to
Seems
remember.
you're the only one to survive the killer's attack. I know it isn't easy for you to think about it, but try to remember something else about that moment, or when you were running away. Anything can help us, even if it seems insignificant.
I don't know. It's all like in a fog.
You were walking down the street. Did you notice anything before he attacked you?
No, nothing.
You didn't see anything or hear anything?
Actually, I knew the side street wasn't empty. I heard somebody talking, but when I looked, there was nobody there. So when somebody grabbed me, I completely froze.
Did you understand what they were talking about?
Not at all. But there were two voices. Two of them waiting for me there.
Two of them, huh? All right, let's keep talking about this
difficult,
attack.
I understand. But I need you to think hard one more time. Aside from those voices and the empty street, what else do you remember?
I didn't hear him at all. And then he grabbed me.
And nothing else? Did he grab your hair?
Well, no. He grabbed me by the throat right away and squeezed. Just for a moment. But I still had a big bruise round my neck for weeks. Barton said the man must have had a terribly strong grip, like a miner or swordsman.
All right.
I heard William liked pretending to be a spy. Do you know anything about that?
Aye, I thought it pretty silly. A stupid trick to make himself seem more interesting. Though I reckon he's more likely to attract an ass-kicking than a woman.
Couldn't it have been that innkeeper then? You yourself said he's a pig.
Aye, when he drinks, he turns into a total bastard. All lewd remarks and groping fingers. The lecher. Only when I got to my room, I could hear him snoring. It couldn't have been him.
All right, that strikes him out.
Couldn't it have been Father Prokop?
Father Prokop? I don't know him.
Well, he's pretty old. He preaches in the Church of St. Peter and St. Paul.
I don't know him.
I reckon that'll be all.
All right, so
I'm sorry I'm not able to help you more.
we're
You
getting
don't
a
need to
little more
apologise.
information. So he's
Thank you.
German.
Could I ask you for a favour?
If it's in my power.
When you catch that bastard, would you please let me know?
Yeah.
So I can finally
Oh,
stop
I will.
being
I will
afraid.
come bring you
I'll stop by if I can.
whatever notice or
I can,
information
then.
you need. You want his head? I'll bring it to you. Trust me, I do not plan for this guy to swing on a rope. I'm going to take care of the problem. All right, so we know he's German. We know he's strong. He meets with a miner or a swordsman. She seemed to kind of help out with William and Prokop and the innkeeper. None of those guys are really on my radar anyway. Let's go to the next stop. So our next stop is at a miller's. In this game, millers are where you generally go to fence goods. And one of the clues that I picked up was that there was a girl who might possibly have been one of the victims or just ran away or something. And she was a thief who had an accomplice who has a connection to this mill out here where she went to sell things. So I'm looking for a guy named Pint to see if I can get some information. All right, so I've arrived at the mill where some guy named Pint is fencing stolen goods, and he might
welcome here.
know something about what's going on. So let's see if we can find him somewhere around here.
Once old
All right,
folks start
who am I
getting
supposed to be
soft
talking
in the
to?
head, it's bad
Pint.
news. Exactly.
He's the fence,
Let me tell
right?
you.
Who's helping move
Lord
goods?
be with you.
Are you Pint?
I am. Why?
I'm looking for his denner.
I don't know any Stenner.
Sternad
Yes, you
said
do.
something
Stop
different.
being
You're
a
a
pain in
friend
the
of
ass.
Stennard's, are you?
God forbid. That's all I need. A friend like that bastard. But he was the only one who really knew Denner.
You're right there. Stenner was always cursing him. He was as lazy as a pig, but always wanted his share.
So you knew Denner? Can you tell me anything about her?
I know Stenner all right, but she ain't been here in some time. Why are you looking for her? What do you want from her?
I'm looking for a... Back in the city, they think she's either dead or run off somewhere. And you're the last person to see her before she went missing.
Whatever.
What can you tell me about this Denner?
She always had it hard. She lost her parents and her home as a child. She had to learn to take care of herself.
And what about Sternad? How does he fit into this?
Stennard was her guardian angel, she used to say. If she hadn't been thieving with him, she probably would have ended up a whore. But by sharing with him, she could do what she wanted.
I guess it's a better result.
I'm surprised she stuck with him as long as she did.
That's because she had a hideout somewhere nearby. That's why she'd come to me with her loot before they taxed her on the spot. And the
I
last
see.
time she was here, she said one more haul like this, and she'd be able to go wherever she wanted, to Prague or Vienna.
I heard she wanted to sell you some valuables. Is that true?
Oh, aye. She had a good haul. No rubbish. Mostly jewelry, rings, one signet ring with a coat of arms and everything. She left it all here. I paid her a pretty sum of coin. It was a good thing she had a basket with her. Otherwise, she couldn't have carried it all.
And what about that signet ring? Do you still have it?
She didn't sell me the ring. She wanted to keep it. Said it'd bring her luck someday.
Ah, she wanted evidence of somebody that... Okay, a little blackmail.
Do you know what kind of luck she meant? Did you recognize the signet on the ring?
No, I didn't recognize that signet. But all the while, Stena was giggling to herself. I reckon she had her eye on another mark.
Where did she go next from here? You said she had a lot of coin on her.
That she did. She also had a feeling someone was following her. Someone on a horse.
Someone followed her on a horse from Kuttenberg. Did she say what he looked like?
She didn't. At first, she thought it was some wealthy lord out for a ride. But he held back. Never passed by her and...
And did you see him? Did he come all the way here?
No. But Stena thought he would show. She even left her scarf here and paid some girl to walk around with it to make it look like she was still here.
Oh.
And then where'd she go?
She wanted to go the back way, through the woods, so nobody could follow her. Past the woods is a road and a ford across a stream. Next to it is a huge boulder. When it rains, the water can rise fast. The road goes on to Kuttenberg.
Well, if it leads back to the road and there was really someone following her, I reckon if they saw she was long in returning, they could have waited for her at the ford, no?
Fuck! That's quite possible. I made a point of looking, but I didn't see any riders that day. So I forgot about it.
And could it have
Could it
been
have
Father
been-
Prokop following her?
What do I know? If he has a horse and fancy clothes. But why would he do it?
I heard he wanted to find her an honest job, but she wasn't interested.
I don't know. She didn't say nothing about that.
And could it have been William?
And who would that be?
He's this bard she was seeing.
I don't know about that. I don't remember her mentioning nobody by that name.
Well, I'll go and check out that ford. Maybe I'll find something there.
I hope you don't. See you later, my friend.
All right, to the ford. Around the corner and through the woods we go. I'm just going to go straight across. Let's just go right through the woods. We can do this. Oh, there's a lake in the way. Or a river in the way. Lake. Ah, it's late at night, all right? What? Made it across. No, we didn't. Now we're all dirty. Whatever. Going straight across. Through the woods. Over the river and through the woods to Grandma's house we go. All right, here's the ford. What are we looking for?
That has to be that ford Pike was talking about. I should take a look around here.
Now, why would there be huge amounts of blood this long ago? Like, this happened a long time ago. You know, I probably should have brought Mutt along to help me track, but he's so annoying the rest of the time. He's always getting in the way, and the incessant barking gets on my nerves, so I just left him behind. There's a lot of stuff around here, and here she is. You've been here a while.
Poor thing. She didn't get very far. Ugh, she's been lying here a long time. At first glance,
Wonder what
this body
happened to
isn't
her.
as mutilated as the others. Unfortunately, I can't tell if somebody strangled her like the others. She's been lying here too long for that, but her head is smashed in. Either the murderer hit her with a rock or dashed her hard against the ground. She must have put up a fight. Or maybe he lost his patience.
I still think this is a passion thing.
Oh, she's all stuck to her clothes. They're torn up, but I don't see any cuts.
I wonder why
Rips
the
are
animals
odd,
haven't gotten to her yet.
like someone was looking for something. Oh, I can't make much out by now, but it seems as if the fingers on her right hand are broken. Did the murderer torture her? Or was he trying to get something out of her hand? Oh, my God. Oh, something fell out of her. A signet ring. Oh, that must be the one she stole. How did it get inside her?
She swallowed it.
Did she swallow it herself? Or did the murderer shove it in there? Was she trying to hide it? Or was it punishment for stealing? Well, that's enough. But what does it all mean? I'd say she put up a decent fight, And the killer had to improvise, and that's about all I can find out. She's probably been lying here a few weeks, but that ring is a good lead.
All right, so now I got to figure out who this ring belongs to. Who could I talk to about that? Go back to Lumiere, they say. All right. Lumiere. This isn't Beauty and the Beast. Lumen. We shall go back to him. Horsey, where are you? We need to go back to town. Oh man, talk about saddle sore. That was a long ride. But we're back in Kuttenberg, so let's continue on. Alright, is this guy done puking his guts out? I hope so. Hello, Lumiere.
This horse must have cost a pretty groschen.
You aren't part of this. Thank you.
I found out some interesting things about those murders. Just like you said.
That's wonderful news. But wait a while. I promised Catherine we'd wait for her.
You know Catherine?
She came to see me soon after you did, and started asking me questions. Just like you.
Will you send for her?
Catherine's been on the case.
So, we're all here.
I hope nobody else shows up. How did it go?
I reckon I've found out all I can.
And do you know who the murderer is?
Not exactly.
No, not a clue.
But I have a few ideas.
I've asked around a bit, and I have my own suspicions.
Is that so? See, I was trying to recall some more details, and I had someone come to mind as well.
I didn't do all this for nothing, did I?
Well,
Catherine first.
Catherine, who do you suspect?
Well, I think it was that priest, Prokop.
That's nonsense. It couldn't have been him.
Couldn't have? Then who do you think it was?
It had to be William. Nobody else knew them all.
Ah, now you're talking nonsense. I'm sure William is innocent.
I don't think it was
So I
either
see
of
we
them.
disagree. Too bad. We could have been done with it quickly.
Well, who do you think it was then?
I'm not entirely sure. First, I'll tell you what I found out, and then it might be easier for us.
Go on then. Starting with who?
All right, let's talk about Yarka.
Let's talk about Yarka, the one raised by Father Prokop.
What did you learn about her?
Well, she was raised
Prokop
by
didn't just
Prokop.
raise her out of the goodness of his heart. He was actually her uncle.
Really? But he still could have killed her.
His own relative?
Why not? He's a priest. I'm sure he knows the story of Cain and Abel.
Prokop also admitted that he didn't know how to handle her, and perhaps he was too strict.
What do you expect from a Bible thumper? Man punishes and God forgives. It never occurs to them that if man didn't punish, God wouldn't have to forgive.
Well, maybe I wouldn't hold it against him. He really tried to make sure she was well taken care of. He wanted to find her a husband, too.
And did you learn who he found?
No. I think it fell apart when Yarka started rebelling.
Um,
Yarka
right,
started
let's
working
talk
for
about
the
what
von
we've learned.
Grolle family, where she remained until her death.
I was there to ask whether she'd given them any trouble, but they said she was always thorough and reliable.
Ah, so what's the story with von Grolls?
A very
This name keeps
wealthy
coming
and
up.
important family. The mother
I'm
is
suspicious.
quite devout, known to spend a lot of time in prayer. Old von Groller's been sick for years. Can't even get out of bed.
So, who runs affairs?
That would be young Hendel. They say he's quite successful.
Before her death, I heard she often went to dances.
There's nothing wrong or surprising about that. But maybe she found someone there.
Maybe. Prokop was convinced that she went to see William. That was actually the only name he mentioned.
That doesn't mean anything.
It means she had some relationship with William, or at least knew him.
And now, most importantly, Yarka was pregnant when they killed her.
I didn't know that. Do you know for sure? So they gutted her.
To
yeah,
make it
that's
impossible
what
to
I'm
tell she was
thinking.
pregnant. I wouldn't be surprised.
May God forgive us.
Do you know who she was pregnant with? Because if we know who the father is, we'll likely know who the killer is.
She didn't tell Prokop.
It had to be someone from those dances. Maybe William.
No, I don't think so.
Prokop is convinced that she was murdered by that bard, William.
And I agree with him.
Nah, I don't think
I
so.
heard the daughters of important men come to see him. It even went so far he had to flee the city. And the moment he's back, there's another murder.
Really? But I found out you accused Prokop first, Lumir.
What? Why?
It doesn't matter. It was a mistake, and I paid for it.
And were you as sure then as you are now about William?
I don't think so. But he's a skirt chaser. If he got Yarka pregnant, then...
Perhaps. But why would he kill and mutilate her? He could have just run away.
But then he could never come back.
Why not? He could come back a year later once things have died down, the child would be born, the shame forgotten, and nobody would bring it up again.
I suppose that makes sense. That's all I
I
was
mean,
able
Catherine
to
would
find out.
know. She is
You
the
still
woman.
found out more than I did.
But it's not enough. We still don't know who the killer is.
But we can agree that she was killed because of her pregnancy, can't we?
Agreed. Somebody got rid of her to make sure nobody found out she was pregnant.
I'm sure William wanted...
William isn't the only man with a prick. And he certainly didn't use it to strangle her to death.
Such language. What are you trying to say?
That William isn't the only man in the city. It could have been anyone. And now we'll never find out.
I'm not saying it couldn't have been him, though I don't think it was. It just seems foolish to only focus on him.
I suppose you're right. Let's forget it.
I managed to find Stanya.
Alive? You found her alive?
I did. Alive and well. Hiding with the charcoal burners.
So she's not one of our victims?
She is. She
Well,
just managed to
sort of,
escape
yeah,
the
I was
killer.
gonna-
She said she was attacked on her way home from the baths. She heard somebody talking in a side street, but it was empty. But when she walked by, someone grabbed her by the throat and started strangling her.
I wonder if they're using those underground tunnels.
How did she manage to get away?
She was holding an empty pitcher, and she smashed the killer in the face with it. He either got startled or hurt, but he let her go.
Did she get a look at him? Did she take his eye out or something?
No, she didn't stop to find out. Just ran. Which is probably why she survived.
And what about the blood in the bedroom?
She cut her hand on the broken pitcher. She didn't stay in her room for long. She was still so scared that she grabbed her things and ran off to her beloved charcoal burner. She said
Yeah.
she returned from the baths in the evening regularly, and somebody knew exactly which way she would take and where to wait for her.
You mean someone followed her beforehand to figure out where to ambush her?
Who knew that she went to the baths?
Apparently, everyone in the tavern. She didn't hide the fact.
Huh.
She also said she was sure it wasn't Mole. He may be a pig, but
Yeah,
the
he was
evening she
asleep.
ran home, he was
Yeah.
in bed snoring. Well, according to Stanya, the murderer had a terribly strong grip. Her neck was bruised for almost a month.
Yeah, and so was the
Doesn't
other
almost
person who was
every man
killed.
have a strong grip?
Depending on what they take in hand every day. A tankard, a quill, or a hammer.
Except none of our suspects are miners or blacksmiths, eh?
Could be swords.
According to Stanya, the murderer didn't say a word the entire time.
That's strange, right? I'd expect him to at least call her a whore.
Wait, he
The
did
only
say
word
something.
he uttered was when she smashed him in the face with the pitcher. He said Scheisse.
So, we're looking for a German?
Even I say Scheiße sometimes, and I'm not German.
Besides that, she also recalled hearing two voices in the alley. Someone was talking to the killer.
So we have a witness. Now, just to find him.
Or an accomplice? If I remember correctly, the other one must have seen the whole thing, right? And he didn't go to report it.
Yep. So an accomplice for sure.
I asked Stanya if she knew Prokop. She said no.
Maybe she just doesn't remember him. Or he gave a different name, or...
I don't think Father
No.
Prokop is the type to frequent the worst tavern in Kuttenberg.
Also, why do you think Father Prokop would be strong enough to do the strangling?
Stanya admitted that she knows William. He flirted with her and tried to get...
And that's probably why I wanted to kill her. And likely rape her before that.
Well, perhaps.
Dude, you hate
but
that guy.
Stanya doesn't think so. She's sure it wasn't William. And no matter what they say about him, in her eyes, he's a good lad. And that's all that Stanya told me.
I'm so glad that girl is alive.
Me too. At least someone's had a little luck. Does she want to come back, or will she stay with the charcoal burners?
I don't think she'll come back. She's so scared now they'll come back for her, she doesn't even leave the house. I managed to find Zdena.
You found her? Is she alive too?
No.
No.
Unfortunately, she's
She's
dead.
next to a
And where did you
ford.
find her?
Pretty far away. Near the mill she used to sell things at. Someone caught her in the forest when she was coming home with a load of coin and killed her. I reckon she put up a hell of a fight. So the killer got nervous and ended things quickly.
So he didn't strangle or mutilate her?
Well, she'd been lying in the woods for a long time, so I couldn't really tell. But he definitely didn't hack her up like the others.
Yeah, apparently she had made a big score.
Judging by what her
think
accomplice
it had
said, she
something to do with
robbed
a
someone
noble.
good. She had so much jewelry on her, she could hardly carry it. And what's odd is when she was murdered, the killer left her basket of valuables behind.
So I reckon he didn't kill her for the money.
Yeah, Prokop argued with her, but
Father Prokop came looking for Zdena and nearly cursed her on the spot.
What did he have in common with a thief?
He had also looked after her, but unlike Yarka, she ended up on the street, and he took it badly. Zdena tried to rob young von Grolle. It's possible she succeeded.
Von Grolle? Yarka worked for them, didn't she?
Ah, that whole family is suspicious.
Assumptions. Nothing more.
I'd say it's pretty
Yeah.
obvious. Why else would I have found that ring on her?
They just left the ring by her body? That's odd, isn't it?
It wasn't by her body. It was inside of it. I don't know if she swallowed it herself or someone shoved it in her.
Oh, that's awful. But I can't say it surprises me.
My mouth is starting to hurt from all this blabbering.
So are my ears and head.
Come now, we're nearly there. We just need to find our suspect. So, Henry, who do you think did it?
I don't have a clue. It's not Prokop, and it's not William, and I don't know anything about the Von Grauls. So, I mean, it doesn't make any sense for Prokop to do it. He wouldn't kill his own niece. He clearly loved the girl, and he doesn't have any reason to mutilate the body. I don't think it's William, because he doesn't strike me as the strong type, and, like, he doesn't strike me as the kind of guy that had the passion for it and think he could get away with something like that. I mean, I suspect the noble people, that seems like the kind of person who thinks they could get away with it, but have the passion to be furious when told no, because nobles don't like being told no. So I think I'm going with the Von Grauls.
I suspect one of the von Grolles.
What leads you to think that?
Are you sure it wasn't William?
I mean, there's too many coincidences. Their names keep
Yarka
popping
was
up.
their maidservant until she started rebelling, right?
Yes. Do you think she was rebelling because of someone in particular?
Perhaps the young lord?
That's possible.
Alice had a young and wealthy suitor. And young von Grolle fits both descriptions.
True.
We could be getting somewhere.
We don't know she was pregnant with the child, but it would make
Yarka
sense.
was pregnant. And if the father was young von Grolle, it would make sense if he got rid of her.
Sakura, you're right.
But William could have fucked her too. Just saying.
Zdena robbed von Grolle.
That's true.
It's all coming together, isn't it?
What about that signet
That's all
ring
I can pin on
found?
it.
Feel
So
like that's
do we
important.
agree that it was young Von Groll?
Well, old Von Grolle can't do much now, can he?
So do we really agree that our most likely suspect is young von Grolle?
Aye. I agree.
I don't have a problem with it. Little rich boys are capable of anything. But what are we gonna do about it? Our suspicions aren't enough.
They'll just laugh at us without something more tangible.
So you want to search their house?
There's nothing else we can do. There must be a clever way to do it.
We have to find some evidence. None of our conjecture is enough. What will we do?
You could sneak in there.
Or break in?
Catherine, that's not necessary. The young lad wants to learn swordsmanship, and the old one is sick and always calling for a physician.
So I can either pretend to be a sawbones or a swordsman, or break in? That's a lot of options.
You're a clever lad. You'll figure it out.
I'm good at all of those, actually. So which one? I think I'm going to have to go check out the house and see what I can do. And make my decision once I get over there. Alright, so I'm taking Catherine's advice, and I go over to the Von Graal house. I think it's Von Graal, is that what it's called? And see if I can't figure out a way to get inside. This seems to be the place, according to the icons. I gotta investigate some rich guy's room and see if I can figure out who the murderer is. Who's this guy?
Can I help you?
Is this the house of the Von Grolle family?
Yes?
I've come on account of old Von Grolle. I hear he's seriously ill, so I came to offer my services as a healer.
You aren't the first. Why do you think you might succeed?
Because I'm awesome. I'm skilled in medicinal herbs, I understand potions, I've read many books.
I've read many scholarly books.
Name one.
As if you know any of them.
I lived in a monastery for a long time. The titles of scholarly books are nothing new to me.
Then you must have heard of Avicenna. I carefully studied his book on healing.
I haven't read it myself, but some of the brothers spoke of it with respect.
Which it deserves. I believe I may find the cause of your master's troubles thanks to it.
My apologies. I shouldn't have doubted your erudition. But
Yes, my
it's
erudition
late
is
now.
quite
Please
erudious.
come tomorrow before noon. The master tends to be strongest in the mornings. Well,
Okay, so I can go bum around until morning, and we'll come back. Alright, we came back in the morning like you said to, and let's see if we can treat this guy.
you've come to heal the old gent, have you?
I have
You're
indeed.
Right on time. Come inside. But before you begin your healing, speak to the mistress of the house. She can certainly tell you more about what ails the master.
Let's go inside and see what we can do. Alright, here we are. Nice place, colorful. So you're the little shit that I think is the murderer, and you're the mom. I'm supposed to talk to you, so let's
Come
chat.
to treat your husband, ma'am.
Is that so? So Thaddeus has checked you out? Fine then. Perhaps God will finally have mercy on Gotslin. You'll find him on the floor above, in the bedchamber to the left of the stairs. But I suppose you'll first want to learn a bit more about his illness?
Not particularly, but I gotta play the role, I guess.
Tell me all you know.
It's been a long time since Gotslin fell ill. At first, he just lost his strength and tired easily. Nobody thought it might be an illness yet. Not until the trembling came.
What trembling? Like with chills?
Not at all. At first, his hands started shaking. But over time, the shaking got worse. And he got it in his legs. And the stronger it was, the weaker my husband got. Nowadays, he can't even get out of bed. He can't talk properly either. So he spends most of his time alone. If he'd at least ask God for mercy. But that sinner is not even capable of that.
That sounds rough. I had an uncle that died, and he died with MS, and really similar, and it's kind of sad to watch. It's rough. I hope that's not what he's got, but how long has he been ill?
How long has he been ill, exactly?
It must be years now that he's been this bad. But his hands started to shake earlier than that. God only knows if it isn't from all that endless drinking of his.
He drank a lot, huh?
You say he drank? Did he drink a lot?
Uncontrollably. But if only that was all.
What else? Did he eat too much meat?
Yes. Yes, a lot of meat.
But that's not all, is it?
all.
That's none
Come
of your
on.
business. You came to treat him, not to hear his confession.
If I'm to treat him, then I have to know everything.
Fine then. But if I ever hear that you told anyone, I'll have you clapped in the stocks and have your tongue pulled out. My husband's a heathen and an unbeliever who fornicated with every other maid and wench. He even stooped to those fallen women in the baths.
Don't
Men are
worry.
prone to that.
Everybody
I know all
knows.
about that. Like father, like son. And I won't permit this demon seed to take my son too.
I'll cure
Lady.
your husband.
Do I have something to tell you
know.
about your son?
In my opinion, you'll be wasting your effort with Gotslin. He's beyond help. It's natural and just that God punished him. But not even the greatest sinner deserves to suffer so long. So I hope you'll at least be able to relieve his pain.
I'll see what I can do. What else
What
is
else
problems?
is bothering him, besides the trembling?
I don't really like talking about it, but he can't defecate properly.
And how is his stool when he does defecate?
Check it yourself. You're the physician here.
Okay, fine. Be that way. So what is he eating now? I mean, if he's constipated...
What does he get to eat now?
No,
If he's constipated,
Henry knows.
that might have something to do with it.
The cook prepares his meals. You can ask her.
All right. What do you
Do you
think's
have any
causing
idea
this?
what caused his illness?
Am I a physician? Find out yourself.
Well, you might have some idea. Was he injured in the past? Did he lead an unhealthy life? You'll know more about these things than me.
I don't know about any old injuries, but Gotslin never lived in moderation. He drank a lot, and he burdened his soul in other ways as well.
All right. Well, it sounds like I need to go check him out.
I'll go and take a
But
look
I
at
also
him.
need to get you guys out of my hair long enough.
Aye.
I need to keep you guys out of my hair long enough so that I can actually get into that room and look around. There's a cook, right? There you are. All right. What has you been feeding this dude?
God be with you, sir.
I came to heal your master, and I'd like to know what you cooked for him.
But of course, sir. Mostly light meat, poultry and fish, and then lots of vegetables. One Sawbones already
sound
told
so
us
bad.
what the old gent should eat. But he don't eat much anyways, so it don't make no sense. He told us to give him some wine sparingly, but my mistress banned it.
Huh.
Which physician treated him? Do you recall?
Some gent called Albeek from Moravia, I heard. He came, looked at the master, and then just told us what to cook for him.
And why doesn't
He
he
eat anything?
How should I know? He don't say a word as the day is long. He used to be very fond of chasing women and boozing, true, but at least he was always merry. Now he's just a grouch. I ain't surprised he don't like his food.
What's the deal
Why
with the
did she
wine?
forbid him to drink?
Master used to drink a lot, and mistress weren't too pleased about it. She says drinking is a sin, and the devil's lure.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate. All right.
Thanks.
Guess I'll go talk to the
That'll
dude.
do me.
Farewell.
All right, but I can talk to this guy. Okay, let's talk to him. How am I going to get these people to let me into that room without giving me a hard time?
I'm a physician, and I've come to examine you, sir. Well, he really won't be telling me much. Although it does seem he knows I'm here.
All right, well, let's begin the examination with something easy. Let's see how he looks.
At first glance, he's quite thin. I know he doesn't get around much, but this is too much. He's just skin and bones. But if he doesn't eat much, then it's no wonder.
All right, well, let's look at his hands and feet.
It's true. His arms and legs really are shaking. A lot. I don't know why he's shaking, but it has to be exhausting. And I'm sure he doesn't sleep very well because of it. Friend,
Can you answer me?
that wife of yours is a dreadful hag, I tell you.
What?
That caught his attention.
You know, if I lived with a shrew like that, I'd soon end up like you. You must feel lonely up here, eh?
All right, well, if I'm going to pretend to be a doctor, I got to go
His
all
wife
out.
said he suffered from constipation. I'd better take a look at it now. Where's his chamber pot?
All right, I'm here to catch a murderer, and I'm reduced to it. Hello. What do you want? And I'm reduced to examining shit in a pot.
So, let's see what we have here. Well, that's not much. But his stool is fine otherwise. If he can't shit, the problem will be somewhere else. I won't find out anything more. And even if I can't cure him, at least I can bring him some relief. A decoction for the pain should alleviate that trembling. A digestive will help him with his constipation, at least for now. But he has to start eating more. I'm sure he's not eating because he's miserable here alone all the time. I'll try to cheer him up. though I doubt it'll be easy.
All right, so I got to treat him and digestive potion and pain. I think I actually have those in my inventory right now. So let's talk to him and see what we can come up with. I know I had the digestive potion because I was working
I'll
on my
give you a
drinking
digestion
skill.
decoction. That should help with your constipation. But you have to start eating again.
Yep, got one of those for him.
Drink up. It'll help you.
Okay, he drank that.
I'll
I
give
have
you
the
a
pain
decoction
meds.
for the pain. It should relieve your trembling, though I can't guarantee it.
Yeah, I had some of those on me. There you
Here.
go, buddy.
Sip it slowly, so you don't choke on it.
And you know, I got some wine on me. Anything to
You know
go
what?
against his wife?
I know
Yeah.
what you need. Something to drink.
Here you go. Have some fine wine. I stole a whole bunch earlier.
Here's some wine. You're weak, so nothing too strong. And not a word to your wife. She'll have my hide.
No, you.
Oh yeah, sure,
Sure.
I'll drink with you. Why not?
I'd like to drink with you.
Good health.
Yeah, good health.
And
He's got a
especially
sense of
to
humor.
yours.
Okay. That'll work. Okay, I've drank. He's friendly to me. I wonder if I can cheer him
I
up.
heard you didn't need to be asked twice in your day. Wine, women, and song. Am I right? I reckon you must really miss that. As far as I'm concerned, there's nothing better than getting a skinful, eh?
Yes.
I knew
Henry,
it.
you're laying it
I
on
took
thick.
one look at you and I said to myself, here lies a fellow who could teach me a thing or two. I bet that you know every tavern and every alehouse wench here in Kuttenberg. But don't worry. This'll all pass and you'll be back on your feet again. The alehouse wenches shriek when you pinch her arse. The sharp taste of the wine running over your tongue. The greasy smoke from the kitchen where meat is roasting. The bustle and shouts all around.
I like that.
And you'll be enjoying it again. As soon as we get you fixed up.
All right, well, I think that's everything I can do.
That's all I can do. So, how'd you feel?
Son.
What? You want to see your son? I don't know where he is. But I'll tell your wife, and she'll bring him.
Oh.
I see you're still shaking. Sorry about that. But you definitely look better.
Thank you. Son. where's
Okay,
my
so if I bring the
son?
wife and the son up here, I can sneak into the bedroom and explore. Okay, so let me go get them. Which door is it? Here it is. Alright, where's the wife and the son? Yeah, he wants to talk to you guys.
Your husband is feeling a bit better and would like to see his son.
Really? You healed him?
No, not
Lord,
really.
You heard my prayers.
No, I didn't heal your husband. And I'm not even sure anybody can. But he's definitely in a better mood.
Of course. It would be arrogant of us to think we can bend God's will. We are all his instruments, after all.
Whatever you say,
You should
lady.
thank God, too, that you were able to make my husband feel better.
You
Just
betcha.
so you don't think I don't appreciate your help. Here's a reward.
Thank you kindly, ma'am.
And now, please excuse me. I'll go for my son as my husband wishes. I'd be glad if you would leave us now.
Certainly, ma'am. Rely on it.
Sir?
Wait, so he goes up. See his son. Okay, let's investigate really quick before he gets back. And I'll see what we can find. Oh, come on. Don't do that to me. Oop.
What the hell? That's hair. All kinds of brown. I bet it belonged to those dead girls. If this isn't proof, nothing is.
Time to get out of here. This dude is screwed up. I'll be leaving now. Thank you. Goodbye. Alright, well, I gotta take this back to Lemire and Catherine because that's pretty screwed up. So, hi, buddy. You having a good time there? Love this game. Alright, we're gonna show this to Lumen and see what he thinks about this mess of brown hair I found, because that's pretty screwed up. Lemire, hey, I got something to show you.
I need to discuss that visit to the Von Grollers.
Excellent. Let's find Catherine. You can tell us everything.
Okay.
I think we were right. Something seriously fishy there.
Well, don't keep us in suspense. What did you find out?
You found something there, didn't you? Evidence?
Yes, I
certainly
did.
In the young lord's room.
What was it?
This. He had it in a chest in his room. Locks of hair. All brown, but all a bit different. They're definitely from those murdered girls.
Hair? But that's not enough. That definitely won't suffice as proof.
Why wouldn't it? He took them as a keepsake from the dead girls, as a trophy. It was him.
But nobody will believe us. We need more than just hair. A bloody dress or the murder weapon.
And to be honest, I don't think we're going to find anything like that. They're pretty careful to cover their tracks.
Damn it. We're fucked. If we at least had a witness.
And what about 3 witnesses at once?
Where are you going to find 3 witnesses when you don't even have one?
I don't yet, but... Look, we're almost certain young Hendel did it. So what if we set a trap and catch him in the act?
And how do you want to do that? I mean, we don't know who he's planning to murder next.
We'll set someone up.
Oh.
Some brunette.
I know a
You
brunette.
want to sacrifice some poor girl?
No, nobody's going to get hurt. We'll be keeping our eye on her the whole time.
The only one I can think of is Stanya. And I highly doubt that she'd want to risk her life again.
She won't have to. I'll do it.
But you haven't had anything to do with him. He'll see through it immediately. It'll fail.
We'll wait until the lad's out of the house. Maybe we'll dress Catherine up a bit, and she'll go asking for the young lord, father of her child. When Hendel comes home and hears what happened, he'll come looking for her to fix things up.
I'll cause such a scene, they'll be talking about it for years.
This could be
Then
fun.
we'll tell them where he can find me, and we've got him.
If you say so. But where can we do it? We can't do it here. They'd figure it out pretty quick.
We can use one of the rooms here in the tavern. It has only one way out. You'll be hiding across the way and jump out at the right moment. I repeat, at the right moment.
Don't worry, we won't take our eyes off you.
All right, this sounds like an interesting plan. Oh, we're starting.
Where's Hendel? I need to talk to him!
Go get him, Catherine.
Hear me! I have to talk to him about our wedding. I won't be left alone with his child.
What are you screeching about, you ninny? There's no Hendel here. Certainly not for the likes of you.
Do you hear that, folks? He fucks me from all sides. Gets me with child, and now he doesn't want to know me. Get rid of her. Disgrace. Oh, so a poor woman has to suffer because of a man's lust. As if
Ew.
it wasn't already
He's
bad
getting
enough
into it.
before.
What lies are you spouting, you strumpet? Goodman Hendel never laid eyes on you. Besides, you're too old for him. Nobody will believe your lies.
Old am I? He came to me himself because he wanted a mature woman to breed with. And he never even pulled it out. And he filled me up like a wineskin.
Oh, gosh.
Suit yourself.
I'll give you some time to think it over. But either you come up with an offer of marriage by evening, or first thing in the morning I'll go to the bailiff. And I'll be damn sure to get justice from him.
Okay. She's not screwing around. I mean, the story was she was, but she's not. I think this is going to work. Oh, the mother was in on it too. Interesting. Didn't see that coming.
It's open.
I've come to talk with you.
Where's Hendel?
Hendel, you wanton whore! Debauching my son! A nanny goat like you! The others were at least young, but you! Oh, Christ, the trials I have to endure! A husband with both feet in the grave and a son who'll fuck anything with a hole in it. Slice her up, so no one will recognize her, and in case what she says is true, gut her too.
Gutted, is it? I could help you with that.
I don't think you want to mess with me. You really don't. Are we gonna fight?
Piece of shit!
Oh, do I have to kill you?
Don't
surrender.
play games with me. Fight!
Wrong button.
Christ! Shit!
Oh, he's done. Okay.
Before I
That
finish
was
you
easy.
off, I have to ask, why the fuck did you kill them?
I'll tell you, but you aren't going to like it.
No, I don't like it already.
Because it's the right thing to do.
What's right about murder?
All those whores had it coming.
What?
Confess then. How many of them did you kill altogether?
Not enough! There's always more who deserve it. They climb out of their holes like rats and infect respectable families. Just like that companion of yours. She certainly sins as much as she breeds, the lured whore.
Oh, you're completely mad. My God.
Don't take the Lord's name in vain. It's a deadly sin.
Yeah,
Then
so
I
it's gutting
suppose we'll
people.
be meeting in hell one day.
Yeah.
You know that's not true. Stan, you hardly knew Hendel, and you still tried to kill her. How many of the others had the same story?
Rubbish. I saw it with my own two eyes, and not just me. He might have met the alehouse wench by chance, but they were intimate together. The mistress was convinced they were meeting in the evenings.
Well, she might have been convinced, but that doesn't mean she was right. That girl had a sweetheart.
That's even worse. He surely wasn't a rich and important person like Master Hendel, and she would even cheat on our master with him. Disgusting.
That's pretty screwed up.
It was all Mandalina's idea, wasn't it? She wanted them killed.
And can you blame her? That first harlot was already itching to become Mistress von Grole. That bastard of hers wasn't Hendel's anyway, but he was stupid that time. He'd have believed her. Now he knows very well, luckily, that they're all whores. He doesn't cry for them anymore.
And Mandalina just came to you like that, out of the blue. And you immediately obeyed her.
Well, one time she came to my chambers and she told me she knew very well that Yarka rejected me and that she'd started an affair with Master Hendel, while she was also spreading her legs for others in the evenings. And that she had to be punished before she brought misfortune on someone. And...
Go on. I'm listening.
that she deserved to die for all her sins. And she was right.
You're pretty messed up. I should kill you here and now, but I'm going to get in trouble for doing
Don't worry.
that.
I'm not going to kill you. I'll hand you over to the city law.
I'm not worried, I'll have you know. My conscience is clear. They were all nobodies anyways. The bailiff should thank me for cleansing his city of them.
Oh, shut your mouth already. Don't make me regret my decision.
Alright, I think that the best thing was to capture him. Because I need more people to get this woman busted.
Catherine, wait.
What should I wait for? I'm gonna cut that bitch's throat.
How dare you? Hands off, you heretical scum.
Shut up.
Let her speak. I still don't understand what actually went on here. I have some questions for you.
I'll tell you nothing, you serpent. Nothing. You can't keep me here. Let me go. I'm a woman of worth.
If you won't speak now, then the executioner will loosen your tongue when your feet stop burning. But why wait, right? I'll cut your ear off. Maybe both of them. All you need to talk is a tongue.
No! Let me go!
Why did you do it, for Christ's sake?
Don't blaspheme, you heathen.
Come on, answer him or it's gonna hurt.
My husband, he drank a lot, ran around with whores and didn't pray enough. And God punished him for it. I couldn't allow the same thing to happen to Hendel.
And why kill those girls? Why not just talk to him about it?
I tried, but he wouldn't listen to me. He told me he wanted to sow his wild oats before finding a wife.
So your own son didn't listen to you? And you started killing the girls
who seduced him and emboldened him with their brazenness? If they wanted to whore themselves out, they'll pay for it in hell. But there's no way they were going to drag my Hendel there with them.
And what about Hendel? Did he know what you were doing?
That I was taking care of his immortal soul and eliminating his temptation? Of course not. But one day he'll be grateful to me for it.
I kind of doubt
He's going
that.
to jump for joy. His mother a mad woman, and his servant a murderer.
Speak politely to me, you whore.
Henry, if you have any more questions, you'd better ask them quickly. I'm sorely tempted to finish this here and now.
And what about the hair in Hendel's chest? You're trying to tell me he wasn't involved, but he was keeping their hair?
Well, he kept asking about those whores of his. So we always brought him a lock of hair. We told him it was from them, as a parting gift.
Well, he didn't find that strange?
Out of sight, out of mind. He always found some new harlot anyway.
There was no blood where Alice was found. Where did you kill them?
That was up to Thaddeus. He told me something about an abandoned barn. I only told him to cut them up thoroughly.
Why?
Why? As a warning. So those whores knew what awaited them. To put the fear of God in them.
Do you realize you also killed girls who had nothing to do with Hendel?
That's not possible. I saw them all with my own 2 eyes, chatting with him and giggling.
And what about
chatting
that
and
alehouse
giggling?
wench?
Nice.
That strumpet. I saw how she treated him. It's a damned shame she got away.
But she really had nothing to do with Hendel.
She wouldn't have smiled at him the way she did if she didn't want to fornicate with him. They all deserved it. Every single one. And better sooner than later. That trollop in our service even got herself with child. And she wanted to keep it. The slut.
And what about Zdenna? All she did was rob him, and you killed her anyway.
She fawned over him like all the others. He even gave her a ring, which she probably sold immediately. She deserved it. She was a thief, and stealing is a mortal sin.
I'd better stop asking questions.
Burn in hell, all of you.
What'll we do with her now?
Let's take her to the bailiff. She'll get justice there.
We don't have to go anywhere. I'll give her justice right here, right now.
But we can't do that. She has to go before the court. The law must be upheld.
Did you hear her? I mean, she hasn't got her head on straight. And what judgment will there be? She's from a wealthy family. Nothing will happen to her.
Don't you dare judge me. Only God can do that.
Shut your mouth, you sow. You judged and punished some random girls, and now you'll blaspheme like that?
Our Lord directed me. I did it through His will.
Do you hear that? And you want to let her live?
But that's not justice. It's murder. Henry, won't you say something?
I told you, don't you dare judge me. I am a servant of God.
What you are is a few French fries short of an entire Happy Meal, but I'm not going to murder her right now, especially since I just let the guy up above go.
Put away that knife, Catherine. We'll hand her over to the law.
Don't tell me you'd let her get away with it.
She's not going to get away with anything. She killed so many people. If she's lucky, they'll just hang her. If not, she'll be buried alive.
That's right. We caught her in the act, and she's confessed to us. They can't just let her go.
Of course they can. It's I scratch your back, you scratch mine. You'll see that all these rich burgher and lords have their own justice.
That won't happen. I guarantee you she...
You can't guarantee a thing. You're not the bailiff, and you won't be judging her.
She's right, though. We can't just let her out into the streets. She must be punished. And if not, then you can always go and pay her a visit, right? You know very well who she is.
All right then, you last of the righteous. Take that viper away, and may God protect you if they set her free.
Don't worry. I'll take her away.
Well, this was a lot stranger than I expected.
No kidding.
Do you think we did the right thing?
I'm not sure of anything anymore. Not even myself. Can we just be quiet for a while?
Yeah.
As you wish. But still, it was damned odd.
Aye, that it was. Let's go and see Lumia. I wonder how he fared.
All right, so we turned her over. If she gets away with this, I will
Hello,
go visit
Lumia.
later. Don't worry.
How did it turn out?
Did it end well? Oh, we're not going to get into trouble now, are we?
It ended well, and I didn't even tell anyone about you.
I'm surprised it worked out. Both of them must have been lying through their teeth.
Well, if it came to it, I would have had to bring you both in as witnesses. But fortune smiled upon us.
They didn't admit to it, did they?
Sort of. The servant shouted that he was forced into it by Mandalina. And Mandalina completely lost her mind and started screaming that it was the right thing to do. And anyone in her place would have done the same.
My God!
Oh, if she had an ounce of sense, she would never have started murdering. What'll happen to them now?
Thaddeus will hang. No doubt about that. And Mandalina, right now she's locked up. We'll see what happens to her.
I knew it!
She'll be punished, and not hurt anyone else. That's enough for me.
And what will you do now? Will you go back to the town hall, Lumia?
It's true I've made amends in the eyes of the law, but I probably won't go back now. Maybe better to write something about it. Who knows?
Won't you go back to drinking?
No, it didn't help anything, did it? If I had just persevered instead, I should have pitied those girls, and not myself.
Don't fret. It was a terrible mess, and all three of us had to put our heads together.
Yes. You helped me when I was in need, and didn't even know it. Maybe I'll just keep helping as long as I can.
Helping others is the best thing a person can do in this world.
I like Lumiere. He's a pretty decent guy.
And what will you do, Catherine? Will you stay here?
My work isn't done yet. I have to work in the tavern here, and then we'll see. Maybe I'll find work elsewhere.
Do you think we could have done better?
Everything can always be done better. The most important is to do it well and quickly.
Catherine is right. I'll still be kicking myself. Maybe to my dying day. but none of us did anything bad.
That's not entirely true.
I'm talking about innocent people. No more girls died because of you. And that's good.
Well, let's go our separate ways.
Thank you, lad. You prevented future murders, and you also saved me. And for that, I will be eternally grateful.
I thank you both. Without you, the devil knows how it would have turned out.
Here you are, as a keepsake. And perhaps as a reward. And if you ever pass by, look us up.
Yes, here is a reward, Henry. And Lumiere, we shall certainly meet again.
I like Lumiere and I like Catherine. They're both pretty interesting characters, I think, and I guess that went pretty well. The man is going to hang, and hopefully that woman gets punished pretty severely, if not killed too. Well, this mystery sure was full of twists and turns, and I appreciate you hanging out with me until the very end. If you enjoyed it, please hit that thumbs up button and let me know that you like the content. That encourages me to keep making more. And I'm going to be posting all of my episodes from Kingdom Come Deliverance until the end of the story here on the channel, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything next. But that's all we have time for today, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.